a determination that in fact the costs that are represented by the grant are allowable. This is intended to ensure that there are not grants that may be disallowed in the future, and this gives the Commission the certainty of knowing that as long as the grantee performs the necessary actions related to the grant, that there will not be any negative financial repercussions to the Commission. So I would invite the presentation of the Friends of Bundy at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good evening. My name is Tom Petty. I'm one of the directors of Friends of Bundy Park, Inc., a nonprofit DC corporation that was formed in March of this year. In April of this year, first week of April, we opened the Bundy Dog Park on P Street between New Jersey and 5th Street. I hope some of you have had a chance to walk by it or go to it, or if you have dogs, bring your dogs to it. It's been just wonderfully well received. I can tell you not a penny of DC taxpayer money was built on this dog, was spent on this dog park. It was funded entirely by generous cooperation with KIP DC when they renovated the entire Bundy athletic field. They had a sliver left over, and with the support of the ANC, they built the dog park there. It's a brand new field turf substance that looks as new today as it did 2 months ago when we first opened it. I've been amazed at the number of dogs that have come from all over. We're just getting a lot of support, a lot of people there. The Friends of Bundy Park, Inc. was formed to take over after KIP-DC built the park to manage and maintain it. And we have hired Duty Calls, a group, a professional group, that monthly deodorizes the field and provides weekly dog waste pickup services and provides dog waste bags that are available to anyone. The park is open 7 days a week from 7 in the morning until dusk. And again, I've been there at every hour basically, and it's always in use. We've asked the ANC to give us a grant for $3,000. The purpose for this, we have raised funds, we have pledges to raise additional money. It's completely supported by contributions from neighbors and dog owners that use this. But this will enable us to sign a contract with Duty Calls for a year in advance, which gives us a 5% discount, so we save money that way. And we can ensure at one time that we will have the park cleaned weekly and deodorized monthly for a full year. In the meantime, we're going to continue raising money on our own so that we can money next year to do this same work. Also, we're working with KIP-DC to find a way to bring a water fountain not to the dog park, but just outside the dog park, that would be available to everyone, but also have a spigot so that we could hook hoses in and we could water the dog park when we needed to, and make a water facility available to everyone. Also, we'd like to put benches in. I've noticed the Shaw Dog Park over the years has been maintained with trees and with benches, and they've really made it a nice area for everyone to enjoy. And we'd like to be able to do that as well. So the $3,000 just really gives us a really good, solid kickstart to make this a successful organization that benefits the whole community. And all the money, as I said, will be spent to pay in advance for a year's worth of maintenance and cleaning and deodorizing.
All right. Are there any questions about the intended use of the funds? Ms. Lewis?
It sounds like you're talking about some one-time expenses and then a continued expense with the contract for a year-long contract for the duty calls.
That's right. The contract will go on.
So what would happen if you got a grant, right now, and you get that one-year contract? Then what would happen in the year after?
We would continue raising money. Hopefully, among ourselves, be more established. The contract has already been in operation for the last 2 months, and we have, through contributions from myself, a couple of people here, and other dog owners, we've raised money to sustain the contract and pay for it on a monthly basis. But this gives us a chance to pay for it at one time to ensure that we don't have any months that we're scraping for money. And then we will continue to collect money, put it in a bank account so that we will always have reserves. So going forward, we won't be looking at each month with an empty bank account, and rather we'll have money in advance.
Okay, that's my concern also. I was thinking just like what Sarah said, because if you're not aggressive enough, and if this money doesn't exist next year, we can't give it to you it clean. So I mean, do you plan to have an aggressive fundraising campaign or?
Yes, I believe me. I'm knocking on doors. I'm sending emails out all the time. And we have pledges of $1,900 already. We've received about $700 or $800 of that, but we've already spent $4. So it's about a $200 a month charge. So we will continue doing that. This just gives us a steady kickstart to accumulate and have a great.
Mr. Bolton.
Yeah, I actually have a few questions. I'm pretty familiar with this park.
Yeah, Mark is successful in helping us do all this.
Absolutely. I'm a huge fan and supporter, but I was a little concerned that you only requested proposals from one organization. I mean, you're proposing that we give you taxpayer dollars to support this, and I would be more comforted if you had done some a little more due diligence to make sure you're using the best service and getting the best value from it. So that's a comment I've made before, and I just wanted to make it again publicly.
It's been cost effective, I think. I mean, you recommended it, so it was a good recommendation.
Right.
And the service they provided has been perfect and everything that they said they would do.
Right. Thank you. Also, I mean, there are hundreds of people who use this park every week. I see them. It's surprising that you've only raised the sum you mentioned. I mean, again, to Commissioner Nigro's point, it doesn't seem that aggressive a campaign to raise money as you pretend to get taxpayer dollars when in most dog parks, the Newark Street Dog Park in Ward 3 raises $15,000 a year for their park, and it seems like this park should be able to come up with the same amount of money or something similar.
And speaking of that, in 1 month, February of this year, we did raise $3,000, all of which we gave to KIP to help defray some of the costs they were. They installed the doggy waste station poles, the original boxes. They need to put in steps. They need to put in the interior fence. So we have $700 that we've raised since we've opened for maintenance, but that's on top of $3,000 that we did raise. We will keep going. This is a new operation.
All right, I appreciate that.
We've involved some support from Green Paws, one of the pet supply stores in the area. We've reached out to Wag Time, so we have a good team of people who will continue shaking those trees.
I appreciate that. There's 2 more short questions and I'm done. Other dog parks, the Shaw Neighborhood Dog Park, Newark Street Dog Park, they all do cleanups both on the grounds and around just to make sure that the dog park is not having an adverse effect on the surrounding neighborhood. Have you had cleanups among the dog owners?
I can tell you, we have 8 or 9 people who are officers. We're there every day. We have people that open it, people that close it. And part of the task of opening and closing is walking around and cleaning up, picking up after people. I've been there many times, and Brian here have been there many times, picking up around the site and in the site, and encouraging other dog owners. It's been rare that I've seen this in the dog park, encouraging them to pick up not only the dog waste, but also cans and bottles and everything else in the trash can. That, again, with actually the pet support, we've got the city to put a new trash can in right by the entrance to the dog park because we are concerned about people bringing beer and bringing trash. So if you walk by, you can see that it's a very well-maintained area, inside and out.
The park itself does look great. My last concern is that given that the KIP did ante up, most of the funds with U.S. Soccer to provide this dog park, I'm actually surprised and alarmed that a lot of the dog owners I see on the street, or just a few of the dog owners, use the dog park and then walk over to the new landscaped grounds at KIP and let their dogs piss and urinate and defecate on the plants and destroy them. So I would hope that you could convey to some of the dog owners that they should not at all use the KIP grounds to allow their dogs to destroy the brand new and fantastic landscaping that's been put in. It could become immediately destroyed by dog waste.
We'll mention that.
Thank you.
We have signage.
Ability to do.
It seems like, giving $3,000 to people just because they have dogs is unreasonable for those of us who don't have dogs.
Well, let's be clear. The District of Columbia government paid for the construction of the Shaw Dog Park in its entirety, without a cent of private money. It then provided a neighborhood investment grant, I think it was about $70,000, to improve the park. with no private money. Here we have a park that's been created exclusively with private money. So I would say that it certainly is appropriate to provide some support to the nonprofit to make sure that it's able to maintain that park space. It seems like a very wise investment to prevent the possibility of famous owners and other situations emanating from that particular park.
That's your opinion.
That is.
Can I add something here?
Certainly.
And those dog owners are also taxpayers, and they own properties, and they work in DC, and they're very productive society, and it happens to have a dog, and that's something I want to mention.
I would say too, and that's a good point. I mean, it's not literally giving money to dog owners, it's giving the money to the corporation set up to maintain a park that is benefiting dog owners primarily, but it's a park that utilize the whole street. There's a lot of activity on the street now. People are coming by. We're seeing children now coming up and asking about dogs. Dog owners are interacting with them. So it really is a huge benefit.
We don't have money to provide for a school, but yet we have money to give to dog people.
So, hearing no further questions, Commissioner Chapel, this establishment is and the nonprofit are based in your City District. Would you like to make a motion related to the grant application?
I move the ANC2C grant, approve the grant application of Friends of Bundy Park, and that we award them the amount of $3,000.
And I will second the motion, and I would ask that the record note that Commissioner Brooks has joined us at 8:32 p.m. And if someone has a copy of the agenda that we can share with Ms. Brooks, because we don't have one for her at the head table. Thank you. It's been properly moved and seconded that the grant to Friends of Bundy be approved. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Ms. Brooks, you weren't here for the presentation, so would you like to vote present or abstain, or what would you like to do? Okay, well, we're past that. It was a grant application. It's a grant application to the Friends of Bundy Park to help to pay for the cleaning of the park, a professional service. It's a total of $3,000. $3,000 grant, Friends of Bundy Park, to help to pay a company to clean the park of dog waste and to remove the dog waste from the receptacle for a year. Okay, so you're going to vote now? Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 yeas, 1 no, no abstentions, and the motion passes. So thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you.